Imagine a city abandoned and left to the mercy of time, a place where echoes of forgotten lives lingered like whispers in the wind. Streets once bustling with life now lay quiet under a blanket of eerie silence. Buildings, now decaying relics of a bygone era, stand like haunted tombstones in this ghost town. In the heart of this forsaken city, a group of urban explorers found themselves in search of forgotten stories etched into the city's crumbling canvas. Their hearts pounded with anticipation, their eyes gleamed with the thrill of the unknown. The chill in the air, the rustling of leaves under their feet, the faint scent of decay, everything served to heighten their senses. They were not just explorers but time travelers, stepping into a chapter of history left untouched by the hands of progress. As they navigated through the labyrinth of deserted streets, their attention was drawn to a looming structure. An abandoned school, its once vibrant walls now weathered by time, stood as a silent testament to the lives that had once echoed within its confines. The school, a fortress of forgotten innocence, beckoned them with an irresistible allure. The explorers, driven by the thrill of the unknown, felt an irresistible pull towards this monument of lost time. Each door, each window, each crack in the wall was a portal to a forgotten past. The school, once filled with the laughter and chatter of children, now whispered tales of a time long gone. The anticipation was palpable as they felt the weight of unspoken stories pressing down on them. Despite the eerie silence that enveloped the place, the explorers couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. The school, empty of life but heavy with an uncanny presence, seemed to be waiting for something, or someone. Their hearts pounded in their chests as they drew closer to the deserted building. The thrill of the unknown mingled with a sense of foreboding, creating a heady cocktail of fear and excitement. And so they ventured into the forgotten school, its decaying walls bearing silent witness to the echoes of laughter and innocence that once filled its halls. Deep within the shadows, a discovery awaited them, something that would chill them to their core. In the heart of the abandoned school, the explorers stumbled upon a small, dilapidated classroom. It was a time capsule of sorts, with piles of old textbooks and dust-covered desks, serving as silent witnesses to a bygone era of laughter and learning. But amidst the remnants of the past, something felt eerily out of place. In the corner of the room they saw him, a young boy no older than 10, with eyes that held an ocean of sorrow. His clothes were tattered, reminiscent of a time long past, and his hollow gaze held them captive. It was a stare that spoke volumes, a stare that was filled with longing, despair, and a silent plea for understanding. The explorers, taken aback by this unexpected apparition, cautiously approached the boy. The beams from their flashlights danced around the room, casting eerie shadows on the crumbling walls. The boy didn't utter a word. He didn't need to. His silence was louder than any spoken language, filling the room with an ethereal stillness that was both unsettling and profound. As they tried to make sense of this spectral encounter, the atmosphere in the room started to change. The air grew colder, as if the very walls were trying to repel them. The whispers that were once distant and faint grew louder, transforming into a chilling chorus of indistinct voices that seemed to echo from every corner of the room. The boy's gaze intensified. His form started to flicker in the dim light, like a phantom caught between realms. His presence, once unsettling, now became terrifying. The explorers could feel their hearts pounding in their chests, their breaths caught in their throats. The whispers grew louder, forming a chilling chorus that echoed within the decaying walls. It was as if the abandoned school was coming alive with the stories of forgotten lives, of laughter and innocence lost in time. The spectral boy, with his hollow eyes and tattered clothes, became the embodiment of these tales, a haunting reminder of a past that refused to fade away. And so, deep within the shadows of an abandoned school, the explorers found more than they had bargained for. They had come in search of forgotten relics, but they left with a haunting memory that would stay with them forever. A spectral encounter that reminded them of the thin line between thrill and terror, between curiosity and respect for the past. The boy's gaze intensified, his form flickering like a phantom in the dim light, and the whispers grew louder, forming a chilling chorus that echoed within the decaying walls. This was more than just an adventure, it was a haunting encounter that would forever echo in the annals of their memories. Fear gripped them, their hearts pounding in their chests as they decided to flee the forsaken place. And so began their frantic escape, a race against an unseen clock, their every step echoing in the eerie silence of the abandoned school. With adrenaline fueling their strides, the explorers navigated through the labyrinthine corridors. The once intriguing aura of the place had transformed into an oppressive dread that clung to them like a second skin. Yet, in the periphery of their vision, the spectral figure of the boy remained, like a ghostly beacon guiding them through the darkness. He was everywhere and nowhere, his presence flickering with each heartbeat. The flicker was not of light, but of existence itself, a spectral apparition that seemed to phase in and out of reality. His silent gaze was a constant reminder of their haunted encounter, a chilling testament to his sorrowful existence. With each turn they took, each door they passed, the boy was there. His hollow eyes followed them, a haunting echo of a life lost and a spirit trapped. Their torchlights danced on the crumbling walls, casting long, monstrous shadows that seemed to reach out for them, but the boy's figure remained constant, a spectral silhouette etched in their minds. As they neared the exit, the whispers grew louder, the chorus of indistinct voices echoing in the silence, as if the very walls of the school were protesting their departure. But the explorers pressed on, their determination to escape overpowering the chilling symphony that surrounded them. Finally, they burst through the entrance, the chill of the night air a stark contrast to the stifling dread that had enveloped them inside. Under the moonlit sky they paused, catching their breaths, their hearts still racing from the adrenaline and fear. And there he was. The boy stood at the entrance, his spectral figure merging with the shadows. He didn't step outside, didn't try to follow them further. It was as if an invisible line had been drawn, a boundary he could not cross. His sorrowful eyes met theirs, a silent farewell in the moonlight. There was a longing in his gaze, a desperate plea for understanding, for release. But his form was fading, dissolving into the darkness, leaving behind only the echo of his existence. As they watched, the boy's silhouette disappeared, swallowed by the shadows of the abandoned school. His presence lingered, a spectral imprint in their minds, a haunting memory of their encounter. His sorrowful eyes conveyed a message that words could not express, a tale of abandonment, loneliness, and an eternity trapped in the ruins of his past. His story was etched in the walls of the forsaken place, a ghostly narrative that would forever echo in the hearts of those who dared to venture within. And as they retreated into the night, they couldn't help but glance back one last time, their eyes meeting nothing but the haunting emptiness of the abandoned school. As they left the city, they carried with them a haunting memory that would forever mark their souls. The explorers, once thrill-seekers, now bore the weight of a spectral encounter that transcended the realm of the living. The eerie image of the boy, his hollow eyes filled with an ageless sorrow, was seared into their minds, a chilling testament to their urbex adventure. As they journeyed back to the world of the living, the echoes of the abandoned city rang in their ears. The crumbling walls, the decaying floorboards, the forgotten classroom, they all seemed to reverberate with the spectral boy's silence. It was as if his story was etched into the fabric of the city, a haunting melody that played on an endless loop. In the quiet moments when the world around them fell into a hush, they could still feel his presence. It was as if the boy had followed them beyond the confines of the city, his spectral figure a ghostly shadow at the corners of their vision. His silence, once confined within the decaying walls of the school, now echoed in their thoughts, a chilling reminder of the encounter. The memory of the boy refused to fade. His image flickered in their minds just as he had in the dim light of the classroom. His hollow eyes, his tattered clothes, his silent plea, they all formed a haunting tableau that played out in their dreams. His story, etched in sorrow and abandonment, was a spectral echo that haunted their waking hours. Their urbex adventure had unveiled a tale of forgotten lives, a spectral encounter that had left a lasting imprint. The thrill of discovery had given way to a haunting reality. The spectral boy was a living testament to the stories that lay hidden within the decay. His presence was a chilling reminder of the echoes of forgotten lives that lingered in the abandoned city. Whispers in the dark remind them of the spectral boy they met that fateful night, a poignant reminder that some stories are meant to be left undisturbed, lest the spirits within seek solace in the company of the living.